Hello students. Uh, as we have started this lesson already, and the story of making a scientist, really a great achievement by a young student who did a lot of hard work, and finally he achieved a goal which helped this world in searching uh, about the cells and cell formation, and only his interest to collect things. He started collecting coins, he started collecting fossils as well as the rocks, and his interest in tagging butterflies paved a path to search uh, the cell formation and other things which today time we all are aware about the genetic uh, system which we have, that we carrying from one generation to another, and DNA. So lot of things this time we have very easy, which he did many years back when he was a young student. In previous video you saw his interest, his hard work, his way of working. His mother helped him lot in arranging things for him, calling friends for him, keep him busy, arranging work for him, and finally he did his best in his field. He always stood first in his study, and he became a great scientist of this world. So let us see a bright even the story. So he first got one scientific book in which one scientist had given statement about this butterflies to migrate, from which you see that from one area to the another, and he told youngsters to start this work, and Ebright started. He tagged many butterflies. He started breeding butterflies in his basement, uh, you see, and after many years he became very boring one, because he didn't get any proper result. Only two butterflies were caught, which were merely not traveled very far, but very less miles they traveled, only 70 or 80, I think, whatever it is. So this way this work was boring, so he decided to close, because there was not any proper result or response he got. So this all showed his interest, his way of working, as well as his temperament, his hard work, and he became a genius one. So let us start the rest part of the story. See, a bright project was to see whether the fat birds would eat monarchs. So he also studied a monarch and some other butterflies. These butterflies loved by birds to eat, and they always monarch attracting these birds reason what was there. So he also discovered this all the thing. He just so he wrote to Dr. Oakhard for idea, and back came to the stack of suggestions for the experiment. Those kept Bright busy all through high school and led the prize project in country and international science fair. He projected his work in other fair in a countryside fair, or maybe that scientific fair which were organized by the government. He took part enthusiastically. He showed his project, his research. This time he projected his work in a model and experiment, whatever he did with the high proof. So for this, his eighth grade project, Ebright tried to find the cause of viral disease. You see that what was he even not only made research about their activities, but this project which he started breeding butterflies in his basement, and butterflies died. So he wanted to know the reason why these were dying so fast. So it was due to the viral disease that kills nearly all monarch caterpillars every few years. A bride thought that disease might be carried by this beetle, and he tried to raising caterpillars in the presence of the beetle. He tried to discover the reason why these caterpillars were dying every year in such a large amount. So he thought that beetle was responsible for carrying the virus. So he also started breeding butterflies along with this beetle, and try to know that whether this beetle carrying virus with them or not. I didn't get any real result, he said, but I bent a head and saw that I had tried the experiment. This time I won, and this time he won means he got result, he got prize. The next year, his science fair project was testing the theory that viceroy butterflies copy monarch. Another when both were looking just viceroy, a name of a butterfly, and the monarch is also a name of butterfly. Both were copying each other. Their look were just like each other. So, what was the reason there? He tried to find out. The theory was that the viceroy looks like monarchs because monarchs don't taste good to bird. Monarch don't taste means birds don't like to eat monarch. Okay, because it was not tasting better for them. So viceroy on the other hand just taste good to bird, and the taste of the viceroy was good for them, but both were looking same, and he tried to know the reason, and who which quality that both had, and he saw that bird loved eating viceroy, and they don't want to taste this monarch. So this was the reason he wanted to find out that difference between these two. So, the more they look like monarch, the less likely they are to become a bird's dinner. So, this was the reason birds didn't like them to eat monarch, but both viceroy and monarch both were looking same. So this a bright project was to see whether in fact birds would eat monarch, but this and he found that the starling would not eat ordinary bird food. So he found that the starling would not eat ordinary bird food. Another bird is there, and it would eat all the monarchs, and it could get. And another reason he got a starling bird who don't want to eat this other bird, because their habit was different from the other bird. They loved eating monarch uh, rather than the other one loved to eating viceroy. It could see that a bright sad later research by other people showed that viceroy probably do copy the monarch, and this project placed first in this geology division and the third overall in the country's science fair. This research he did. This both looking just like each other. Their test was different. This was the project he projected in that science fair, in country science fair, and he made this experiment there. In this second year in a bright school, Richard A. Bright began to research that led to his discovery. The things which want to discover something real. What was the reason there for that real testing about these butterflies? This unknown insect, see that uh, just indirectly and also laid his new theory on the life of the cell. Another project he started, this life of cell, formation of cell, and how cell works. This is the thing that is so his research was based on hormones, okay, cell formation. See, this question we tried to answer was simple. Very simple answer he gave. See, that what is the purpose of the 12 tiny gold spots on the monarch pupa? He got answer. He simple answer he gave about this hormones and cells. He got that the decorative spots. You have seen butterflies looks very beautiful, and due to their spots, golden spots on them, people generally think these spots are decorative material made by the god. But finally he discovered these are not decorative material, but these all are hormones which are made of the cells formation. See that every one just assumed the spots were just ornamental. Ebright said, but Dr. Oka didn't believe it. Oka didn't believe these all are decorative material and something like that. In the to find this answer, a bright and other excellent science student first had to build a device that showed that the spots were producing the hormone necessary for the butterfly's full development. These all decorative spots on butterflies are very necessary for the development of butterfly. These all are not decorative material only. These all are the part of hormones and due to the cell formation. So these all are the things just he told this world, and these all are necessary items which they needed for their development. This project won a bright first prize in country fair and entry into the international science and engineering fair. There he won third place for zoology, and he also got the chance to work during this summer and Entomology laboratory is the this Walter Reed Army this Institute of Research. So he got prize. He won the prize in the fair, and this way he did a lot of great job for this job. This much enough for today. For the rest of the thing, I will come in next video. Thank you very much.